I have messages coming in. I don't think I can turn it. Um, I need to turn this. Hey guys, just give me a second here while
You're not coming through on mine.
Well, there might be a delay. There might be a delay here. Hey, I made it. Oh, I got to turn the volume down over here. I was live several times per what my phone said, but it wasn't really live. I hope some of you are still here. I'm going to just type in real quick. Stay. We're live. Oh my gosh. I was doing what the instructions said, which is hit the plus sign and choose go live, but it wasn't liking it. I got to adjust my chair here. So if you're still here, oh, now I'm really excited. Oh my gosh. No, I don't want the ceiling light on. It's fine. I can see myself here. It's fine, hon. Um, he's saying it's a little bit dark here,
No,
but
I'm saying you've got a lot of ceiling in your view.
oh, okay. Well, I can fix that. You know what? I'll raise my table up. Do you know I have a table I can raise up? Give me a second here. I can't look at any comments yet. We will raise the table. Yeah, I love this table. And then I can raise this up a little bit here. Yeah, just give me a second. You know, this is stuff I have to do all the time. Let's raise this up a little. Trying to raise it up. So then I can tilt it. Bear with me. Mark's going to come back later. And so if you have any questions for Mark, okay. Whoa, hold on. Don't get seasick on me here. Mark said you were seeing too much ceiling. How's that? I wanted to go horizontal, but it's too late for that. So I'm going to roll with it. Okay, I'm going to be back and forth looking over here. Woohoo! I see that woohoo, Carla. Yep, woohoo. Bear with my glasses and the glare because I can't see without them. Okay, yes, Mark was here. Oh, goodness. Terry Williams, you've been with me so long, Terry. Thank you so much. She's followed me from Avante Avenue and all over the place. And Georgie and Jamie and who did I miss? Jenny and Diane. Hey, I feel like I'm romper room. I need my magnifying glass to say hello to all of you. And I can kind of see up here a little bit. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and Anita, thank you. I really was doing the steps, but whatever. YouTube didn't like me tonight. I would love to know where everybody is watching from. Please leave if you want your city, at least your state, your country. Let me know. We have a lot of international people here, and I love that. So, by the way, I'm seeing here that my Inspire is backwards. That's going to drive me nuts. So, what happens if I turn it backwards? There you go. I'll turn it backwards. That'll work. There's a delay. So I'm looking here and there's a delay over there. No, you can see I have comfy pants on. Kennedy on tour is still here. You came on just in time before I switched off. Well, I'm sure whoever comes back at 8 o'clock that will still be here. What do you think? I'm going to be here as long as you have some questions and things. And Namaste and Mary Cartwright and Diane and Terry. Oh my gosh. So people all over the place. Swan Lake, New York, Manitoba, Canada. Love Canada. South Sunny Africa. Ingza. Ingza, is that how you say your name? Hope I said it right. Rapid City, South Dakota. Texas, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Marcus from Pennsylvania. You can ask him about that later if you like. But he lived most of his life in Ohio, and that's where I met him, was in Ohio. Oh, goodness. So, what do you want to talk about tonight on our first live? Clinton, Indiana. I'm sure you can all see each other's comments here. And Jordy, cool. Yes, it is cool. We got this working. Hi from California. And this, the comments are open to members only, subscribers only, I should say. So if you're not able to subscribe, well, then you're probably not seeing this live. If you're not subscribed, you're probably not seeing the live because you got to be subscribed. And if you are subscribing at the last minute, there's a 3-minute delay before you can comment. Just a few things that YouTube suggests that we build into it. Okay, Victoria, Australia, Jenny. All right. So if you are from another country, which I see some of you are, tell us what time it is where you are. Are you staying up late to watch this? Or I don't know. I don't know how the time zones work. Maybe I need a bunch of clocks back here. Love your music. I just released on Avante Jewelry before I started this live. Catch my breath. I just released another playlist. Excuse me. I'm probably going to do that a few times tonight. Anyway, I released another live. No, I released another playlist and I wrote all the lyrics to the songs in that playlist. So check that out when all this is over or tomorrow when you're making jewelry because it's all about making jewelry pretty much. Vickie, okay, Winking Owl from Lake Park. Your name is Vickie too with a Y, and I'm an IE. It's funny how everybody spells their name differently. IE, Y. It's one of those names, several ways to spell it. So what program do you use for the music? Well, there's several apps out there, and the one that I've been using is Suno, Suno, Suno AI. And I have to tell you, I'm absolutely loving writing and making songs. I am having a ball. I just told Mark last night that Suno is like the best thing that's happened to me, besides him, of course, right? Best thing that's happened in a long time. So, yeah, that's what I use. I don't know what to do with my hair. Ugh, I just threw some curls in it before I got on here. But yeah. hmm And as far as the songs, well, I just get inspired by different things and jot notes down in my notepad in my phone and right away. Okay, Vickie from DMV and inspiration. Thank you. Cruise necklace. I did add the cruise necklace, and I want you to know that's the last thing I did before I went to get ready for this live. I even ate dinner here at this table because because I was committed to getting that playlist up and committed to getting the the colorful cruise necklace song in there. Terry, thank you for everything you've taught me. Oh, thank you. I make jewelry and sell it because you gave me the push to start and I enjoy it so much. Oh gosh, thank you. I love that. That's really what it's all about. I mean, most of you get it. You get what this channel is about, and that is just wanting to inspire you to try new things, work with your beads and findings, have some fun. This is no joke. This Inspire is no joke at all. It's about um, truly wanting you to enjoy making jewelry. There's something beeping coming in on my phone. I don't know if it's a phone call coming in or what, but I'm not answering it. Okay, a sip of water, get a breath. Let you put some questions up there while I take a second. Hmm. Judy. Or Jordy Gurman, I don't know if I'm saying names right, so please forgive me. But I want to tell you about making loops. And that is the very first time I learned to make anything other than my grandma helping me make that necklace. But when I was in my 30s and I made my first pair of earrings, I went to, my sister and I went to a bead shop. I gotta slow down, a bead shop. And you know how I bend back the wire to make the loop? I couldn't do it. I absolutely couldn't do it. I would put the beads on the head pin and hand it to the lady and say, Here, help me, the owner. I could not make a loop for the life of me. But, you know, eventually I put on my big girl pants and learned to make loops. Okay. Oh, some of their names. Well, I'm watching your channel. Thank you. And been subscribed for a while. Thank you. Breathe for Now. I like that. Breathe for Now. That could be a song. Breathe for Now. Good title for a song. I'm creating, and your inspiration has calmed me in the most needed time in my life. 66 now. 66. I'm 67, going on 68 this year. Hard to believe. Really is hard to believe. Um, let's see. I'm a little dry, so forgive me when I'm doing that. When I did Jor Angel, when I discovered your channel last spring, I went crazy purchasing vintage jewelry. Yeah, that's easy to do, to over purchase a little bit. It sure is. I might have a little issue with doing that. In fact, I decided not to go somewhere today because I have enough jewelry right now to work with. Scenaria. I hope I said the right Scenaria. Frankenstein. I love your name. Oh my God, I'm so late to the party. Oh no, you're not late. You didn't waste your time waiting because it wasn't live until just what, 5 minutes ago. And Jamie, appreciate how you show your process works, how your process works, and the mistakes. Yeah, I keep it real. Most channels do not. They just, everything comes out perfect every single time. And I made a decision early on to keep it real because, yeah, things happen. I had my most thumbs down ever on my video for my crazy cruise, colorful crazy cruise necklace. I had my most thumbs down on that video, and I think I know why because while I think it's new people coming to the channel who expect a different style of video like the other channels, and when they didn't get that, because I do change directions sometimes, absolutely change directions. I start over, change things, fix things, because that's what designing is. It's not a straight process unless you want to have a printout of something, get your bead kit and it comes with a drawing and it tells you exactly how to make it. That's not what my videos are like, but you know that. I'm sorry, I have to keep looking over there. This type here is so tiny. Um, okay, take a breath again. Sweaty sneeze. You are a great inspiration. I never looked at vintage jewelry like I do now. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I think it's really cool. Jewelry makers overbuying? Never, not us. That could be a song. Jewelry makers overbuying? No way. I'm going to slow down here. I've been going too fast. I love watching your videos. Oh, they're jumping now. I think you're as creative. I don't know how you just see beads. I know exactly what you want to do with them. I don't know exactly what I want to do with them. That's a process that evolves. I get a little inspiration, a little spark, but it's not always instant. Sometimes, but a lot of times not. I see this lag time. It's so funny. Terry Williams, you're 71? Well, young lady, because we are young ladies. Gosh, ladies, that's what I want. I want us to embrace ourselves and our age and our energy and our spirit and just ride it, go with it. Life is short, and that's what I want us to do. Just, stand tall, hold your head high, and have fun. Kimberly, Minnesota. I got my hubby interested in my creations. He even helped me find 3 pieces at a local thrift store to take apart. Isn't that fun? Some of our local thrift stores don't have much jewelry anymore, and the prices keep going up. Okay, take a breath. Purchases are now a topic in our household. Yeah, well, yeah. Luckily, you know, well, I do make my own money too here, so Mark never says a word. He's my biggest cheerleader, honestly. He's a sweetheart. My husband is learning a lot from you. Thank you. Mark used to make jewelry, chainmail jewelry, when we traveled and sold it. Never sold your creations? Well, yeah. I started out buying costume and fashion jewelry and selling it in our stores that we used to have before I started making jewelry. So, okay. Buttons. I have so many buttons. Oh my gosh. Ingza, I have tons of buttons and I do have ideas for making some bracelets with buttons. I think that would be fun. It is on my to-do list, my things to do. And let's see, started digging through my mother's vintage jewelry. Ah, that's precious. Yeah, that is precious. Thank you, Jordy. Glad I'm doing great. I think I'm getting winded because I'm so excited to get it working and having all of you here. Yes, breathe for now. Okay. Winking Owl said hi. And I need another drink of water. Mark's chainmail, we really should get his chainmail listed. Really, really should. A ring made from a button, that's cool. I used to make some rings, but They didn't sell that well at our shows, so but I have jewelry I've made that I've never shown you. I have lots of jewelry that I've made, stored away from when we traveled and did the shows and stuff. Um, Tina, you love seeing Mark and me together with videos. Yeah, he's going to come down later. So if you have any questions for Mark, hold on to those and I'll text him and have him come down. And pearl earrings from your mom's broken pearl necklace. Lynn, that is beautiful. I love that. Thanks for the hearts. I saw some hearts pop up. Carla used to sell jewelry for other companies and then started making and selling your own. Good for you. Yes, a website Square is a credit card processing. So ring videos. Oh, ring videos. I don't know. They're so dainty. I use dainty little wire and dainty little beads, and I don't know how well they'll hold up, but I guess we could do that sometime. I'm not opposed to trying anything really, except someone asked me the other day about resin. They actually posed their question as if I already make jewelry with resin, and I'm not a resin fan. I like some of the jewelry that I see, but I'm not a resin fan to do it. I don't like the smell. Okay, Brown's home modeling brown. Would you consider doing a little assemblage pieces? I do like assemblage, and some of my very first pins that I made back in, I don't know, how old was I? Probably my late 20s, early 30s. I made some heart pins that I layered up different broken pieces of jewelry and made pins. I'll have to show them to you. I found them the other day. Oh, Melissa, thank you for looking for my videos as the first ones. Well, like I said, there's a playlist up. So when this is over, it's a music one. You probably want to wait till you make jewelry. And hi, Georgie and Maze. And how long have you actually been making jewelry? Oh my gosh. Officially making jewelry in volume. When we closed our stores after the 2008 crash, um, I would say since 2009, been making jewelry. We traveled and sold it for a decade. Mark and I did, especially with chainmail, and I did beads and crystals and gemstones and things. So quite a long time. There was a lot. Well, let me rephrase that. There were several years in between traveling for the shows and actually starting the YouTube channel. I had the idea for the channel. Darcy. Okay, Darcy, thank you. Um, your business account. Okay, got it. And where were you born and what led you to Tennessee? That's a good question. Take a breath. Okay. You didn't know I could talk so fast, did you? I was accused of that the other day. You talk so fast. You talk too fast. And I said, well, YouTube has a little gear icon that you can slow down any video or speed it up to your preference. I watched it back. Mark watched it. Had somebody else watch it. Nobody thought I was speaking too fast, but hey, I can't please everybody. I try. So what led us here? Okay. Um, oh, good. What led us here? Cost of living. Bottom line, cost of living. We were in North Canton, Ohio. Mark lived in Pennsylvania as a child, but lived his adult life in Ohio, Canton, Ohio, North Canton. And I lived in Florida for a while, moved back to Ohio in my mid 30s. And we had a house that we loved, but we decided that we needed to get out from under it. Yeah, with the crash of 2008 and all that good stuff, we were underwater for years, like probably most of you were. And long story short, our property taxes were just going up and up and up. And so I started looking around at different places. I'd already lived in Florida and I didn't want to go back to Florida. I was in Florida for about 15 years of my adult life. And so Florida was out. We found Tennessee had no state income tax. Cost of living was less, property taxes were less, and it's absolutely beautiful. And then we have the changing of the seasons, but not as much snow, although sometimes that proves me wrong. Sometimes we have as much snow as Ohio. Oh, goodness. What else? I got knocked out. What inspired you to make jewelry? Well, I made a few pieces as a kid. And like I said, some, collage type pins in my young adult life when I was making and selling crafts in my 20s, my mid 20s. I did craft shows and set up and sold all kinds of handmade items, fabric things and miniatures and some jewelry. So I made some collage pins. But really, what started me into making jewelry is we had two retail stores, trying to keep up on both here, two retail stores. And the second retail store, it was an art gallery style. And I started bringing in jewelry to display on the furniture. And it sold like crazy. It sold really well. And so when we closed the stores because of the 2008, blah, 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 um, we went to a craft show. And the first craft show we went to, we actually had some pre made jewelry and it sold really well. But we had also made a few pieces. I made a few pieces. And everybody thought we made the jewelry, and I did make some, but it snowballed. I said to Mark, why don't we just make jewelry? Why not? What do we have to lose? And so we did. Yeah, I just started making jewelry. Talk about spending, back to that question about buying too much jewelry. Um, yeah, bead and gem shows. You can get into a lot of trouble at bead and gem shows. You have to have a business account to get in, but you can drop the bucks really fast. But boy, do you get the bead strings cheap, really cheap compared to the retail stores. Mark and I have been married in May 22 years. We do not have any children together. Mark has an adult son in his 40s out in Colorado, and he's not married, so no kid, no grandchildren. But I never had kids. It just didn't happen. I was married at 19 and divorced at 24. It was it wasn't a good marriage. I got out of it. And I was kind of glad I didn't have children. But I always left it open to, depending on who I would marry. But it took me 21 years to find Mark. Or did it take Mark 21 years to find me? Now, he was married about 30 years and divorced too when I met him. So, yeah, that's the story there. So, at his age, he was 50, turning 50 when I met him. And I was like 40, I'm 6 years younger, I don't know, 44. I wasn't going to have kids at that age. So that was out. That's just the way it goes. Have you ever marked on wire wrapping of stones or coins? I've done a little bit of wire wrapping with stones. I would say it still intimidates me. If I think about how perfectly some people wire wrap, I can't do that. But if I can just kind of freestyle it, I can manage freestyling some wire wrapping. Coins, never even thought about coins. I wire wrapped some marbles. Bought some marbles, put them in the oven, and then put them in cold water, and they crackled. Some broke, some crackled. I'll have to show you that sometime. It's an idea. We could do a video on it sometime. And I took wire and wrapped it around the crackled marble, and made a little pendant. That was cute. Made that years ago. All right, did I miss any questions? I need some more questions and a sip of water. Whew. Goodness sakes. A little earlier today, I thought I was losing my voice and I was concerned if I was going to be able to talk at all tonight. But okay, I guess I got to ask you a question. I'm not getting any questions right now. What do I want to ask you? Okay, well, um, how many of you actually sell your jewelry? And is it through shows or is it just to family and friends? Let me know about that. Thank you, Carla. I'm trying. And yes, I always keep it real. What's the point otherwise, right? I mean, goodness sakes. Whew. I wish I could hear your voices. I really wish I could hear your voices. eBay for jewelry sales. Oh, we could talk about that a little bit. Um, Online and in a salon. Okay, that's a good idea. Salons are a real good idea. I've heard that works well. Pop ups. Okay, like a pop up sale, maybe a small market or something. That would be good. Oh, goodness. Um, People say you should sell it, but you don't think you're good enough. Oh, never think it's not good enough. I mean, don't think that. If somebody's telling you you should sell it, that's a compliment, okay? Run with it. Go with it. Built your own website, just launched it. Congratulations on that. That is a lot of work. Um, your kids and grandkids. Why do you say your poor kids and grandkids scenario get your creations every holiday? They should be thrilled to get them. I've given purse charms as gifts. They go over pretty good. And I do have an idea for a purse charm video. I have all the stuff pulled, but I haven't made it yet. Craft shows. Sun catchers, always pretty. Crystal vintage necklaces. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to look off to the side too much. But, oh, you brought up website. I've been working on something. Flea market. I sold at a flea market. I sold some things at a flea market before we set up there. And thank you. I'll let the rest of you look at each other's comments here for a minute while because I can go back and read them later. But I want to tell you about the website. I've been selling the jewelry on eBay because, eBay's set up. I know how to do it, et cetera, et cetera. But I decided to work on something else. I'm working on an independent website from eBay. Some of you might know Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady Jocelyn, who has a knickknacks store um, on District, okay, District. And I decided to start building a store over on District, not under her platform, but under my own platform, Avante Jewelry. And so that's what I'm working on. I have quite a few pieces listed. My plan is to move everything over at some point from eBay. So if you see that switch out where I'm saying, don't go there, go over here, that's what that's about. It's very tedious. It takes a lot of time to set up jewelry listings. And luckily, I'm transferring everything. It has photographs already because that's where a lot of the time comes in. I think I've got a question here. Do you have any tips on selling at markets? I do. I do have a lot of tips about selling at markets. I've had people ask me about talking about selling on or in my videos, but the majority of you don't sell. And so I don't want to talk about that and draw, I don't want to take away from the majority of the people who subscribe, but I do have tips. So maybe I'll do a live. How's that? I'll do a live sometime about selling your items and how to display and things like that. Because I've got a lot of tips for you. It's a lot of work. I know that. Necklace out of a belt buckle and wore it to work. That's cool, Tina. Your coworkers ended up buying it for $25. There you go. Wear your jewelry, sell it right off of you. How's that? Oh no, Terry, I'm not giving up eBay, but I would like to retire from eBay. Yeah, I would like to retire from eBay. I've been doing it for 21 years and it's constantly changing and postage keeps going up and I'm kind of burnt out. I'll take the sales, but I'm slowing down on buying, considerably slowing down on buying. I buy for our vintage Vickie booth locally. Yeah, tips and tricks for photos and things like that. That could be a separate live. We could talk about that. But eBay, I don't know. I don't know. I just want between the fees and I guess I guess I haven't told you why. One of the reasons why I decided to build my own website on District. District offers the opportunity to do live selling. Did you hear that? Vickie doing her first live here on YouTube, and I'm talking about doing live selling. Yeah, live selling. Um, I guess this is, breaking the ice doing this live here on YouTube. So I have been buying jewelry as inexpensively as I can. And I've been putting it all together and I hope to do some lives for selling jewelry that you can upcycle. Yeah, for you to upcycle. So, and sharing with you when I do the live ideas and suggestions on how you might upcycle some of the components. So, if you like the idea of live selling of jewelry, because a lot of you tell me that you can hardly find anything locally. that's the case, well, I'm working on that solution. Plus, I have findings. I've had some of the findings on eBay that I bought at shows years ago. So if you're in for live selling, give me a thumbs up or hearts or something here and a comment and let me know. I know it's not for everybody, but I find some pretty cool stuff and I've got some connections here locally and learning where to go, where to find it. So, not to mention, I have about 6 drawers, no, probably about 20 drawers of jewelry behind this camera here of vintage. A lot of pins, a lot of earrings, some of the vintage plastic beaded necklaces. Hook us up. Love that. Okay, well, that's what I'm working on. And that's why I want to slow down on eBay. eBay takes time, and I'm not getting any younger. I only say that because I only have so much time. And so I'm trying to make changes to free up time from something else to focus on the jewelry. And one other thing. Yeah, I have a new thing to tell you. And I'm not even sure some of my closest friends know about what I'm doing. Okay, Vamp, Parted District. Yeah, heard of that. Facebook Live sales. I don't have a business Facebook account. I'm sure you know that. And the reason I don't is that I don't really want to manage it. And, well, you know, sometimes people watch videos on Facebook and they don't even know who the channel owner is. I don't know. Sometimes there's something about sometimes people only watch through Facebook and they don't actually come and participate in the actual YouTube channel. It's like a shortcut. Okay, somebody live. Yeah, there are a lot of people live selling. Good size following. Well, I've got lots of you if you're interested. But it doesn't take a lot. I've watched some of the live selling of jewelry, and sometimes there's only 6 people in there, and it's selling. Yeah, eBay is a big platform. Takes forever to sell on it. It's so flooded, and if you don't have what's in high demand, it gets a little hard. I did sell and pack some glasses the other day. I've got a whole wall down here of glasses. And yeah, personal page. Anyway, so working on that, trying to find time for that. Am I doing great? Don't need to speak so fast, by the way. Keep it real is the best part of your inspirational YouTube videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love your videos. Taught me to successfully pack breakables. Yep, I packed 4 big glasses the other day, and it didn't take any time at all now that I'm not videoing it. I used to video everything I packed, and it didn't take long to pack without the video. I'll give you that. But I'm glad it helped. I'll take a breath here. A ladies craft group. Yeah. Well, how about we're a ladies design group? We're doing more than crafting. We're designing jewelry. Every time you make something, put your stamp of approval on it. You designed that. That's your baby. No one else will have something like it. Even if you're making something that I showed you in the video, you're going to make something completely different because your beads and findings are different. And those of you who get it, love it. There's some that don't get my videos, and oh well. Eventually they figure out what the videos are about. But how are we doing here? It's 7:55. I still got energy in me. I have been sitting here at my desk right after breakfast. 9:30 I was down here. I ate my dinner here and ran upstairs just to get some makeup on and throw some curls in this crazy hair. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Anita. The 8 p.m. cruise should be coming back. Close to the Smoky Mountains. Well, I can be in North Carolina in a half hour, but we're surrounded by mountains here. Absolutely surrounded by mountains. I mean, I can see Virginia that way, and there's mountains everywhere. We are in Northeast Tennessee, Kingsport, just south of Bristol, if you know Bristol, Tennessee, and Bristol, Virginia. Oh, speaking of Bristol, I got something to tell you. We have an antique mall. Remember that song I wrote, The Antique Mall? when I went and I showed you video clips in the opening about how I bought some jewelry, I went to find a booth to see if it was still there. And it was, and I bought, 10 bucks of jewelry, $2 a piece. I bought some jewelry and I made a video, made an upcycle. It was just about 5 or 6 videos ago. Well, the company that I was in, the antique mall, was called Willow Creek. And they posted my video a couple days ago. I was so excited to see it posted. Yeah, they shared it with all their subscribers on their Facebook page. Excuse me. So that was really nice. Um, Thank you. Love the challenges. Yeah, the challenges wasn't something, I didn't premeditate this channel at all. I just kind of roll with it. And in fact, when I first started, my first few videos were Christmas earrings, beaded Christmas earrings. But I've always wanted to upcycle. I played with it a few times when we were doing the shows, but as soon as I started upcycling, that was it. I knew that was it. And so, of course, I buy a lot of jewelry. I love you're so in tune with your fans. I've asked about fall color jewelry not long after you did a video on fall color beads. Yes, I do read your comments and I do listen to you. I'm always up for inspiration and ideas. I mean, you've given me the button, working with buttons today and rings. And I'll add that to my other. I have an idea for a toggle clasp. I have a necklace, wearable art necklace I haven't finished yet. Been sitting there for a long time. I have purse charms I want to do. Yes, upcycling. Totally love it. Hi, Marie from upstate New York and faithful listener. I get your channel, but your reselling is still a favorite. Ah, the reselling channel. Gosh, it's that's another story. Sometimes you just kind of get a little burnout and you just want to move on. I'm not leaving the jewelry channel though. This is the channel I want to focus on. This and one other thing that I want to focus on. That's what I want to narrow my life down to. I was telling my Mark, my husband Mark, that the new thing that I want to do, I told him that I'm looking at the next 20 years of my life. I'm going to be 68 this year, and I'm looking at the next 20 years of my life. Thank you for the hearts. And I want to do the things that bring me the most joy, and that means things have to change. Some things have to go so I can free up time for things that I really want to do. Have I ever done a video on lariats? I did make a few lariats, Tina. I couldn't tell you which video. Yeah, they all run together for me now. But I do organize the videos in playlists on the YouTube channel. So you can always go and look for all earrings or bracelets, or if it's a necklace, bracelet, earrings, it has its own playlist. So keep that in mind. Lots of different crafts. I get bored easily and love trying new things. Yeah, me too. I do. I think that's why making jewelry is something that I never get bored with, because everything that I make is something new. When I made jewelry and sold it at the shows, I'm gonna miss some comments right now while I talk about this. When we traveled and made jewelry for our shows, we had a 24-foot setup of jewelry. It was humongous. 2 spaces, 2 10 by 10, so 10 by 20. Mark had his section, I had mine. And I made things over and over and over that were the same style, different pendants, different stones, different beads. But because we sold in volume, we sold so much at these shows, Good Guys shows, and the National Street Rod shows, because we sold so much jewelry, I had to make a lot of the same thing. Like ankle bracelets, I'd make 100. Earrings, I'd make 100 or so. And it was so repetitive. So what I love about the upcycling of jewelry is that no 2 pieces ever look alike. Everything is different. And I love that. I never get bored with that. And I imagine if you're enjoying upcycling, you don't get bored with it either. And that's why I say what you make is going to look completely different from what I make. Bead soup. Bead soup. Make a bead soup necklace or a bracelet. Depends on how many beads you have in your bead soup. Yes, thank you for purchasing from my links, affiliate links on Amazon. That helps so much. And those of you who purchase jewelry from eBay, Avante Jewelry, thank you so much for that. It all helps. I get so excited. when I see my jewelry sell. I know I've kept a lot of pieces lately, but there's still a lot on there. Maybe I need to put it on sale. Do we travel in an RV? When we traveled to do the shows, we did not. We stayed in hotels, and that got quite old and quite expensive. We bought a travel trailer, I think, for our last year in traveling. We did it for about a decade, 10 years. And um, yeah, travel trailer was nice, but you still have to unhook and you can't, oh, it's just so much stuff for that huge setup that we had. So, hi, Mary. We would love to buy a Class B motorhome, but we haven't found one yet that fits into our budget. So there we are. We're still looking. Wire wrapping, impossible to make two the same. And you know what? That should be just fine. Who needs two the same anyway? Same stone, different wrap. Same stone, different wrap. How can I turn that into a song? So tell me, um, are you enjoying the songs? Some of you do tell me in your comments, but are you enjoying the songs that I've been writing for the videos? I'm having a ball. I just love it, love it, love it. And the more that I write the lyrics completely myself, the more I love that. And I've been writing a lot lately, working on a lot of things. Yes, thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. But yeah, busy, busy. Songs are fun. Thank you. I know the songs that are very specific to a video. Let me think here. What can I think? Well, some songs are just about what we're making in that video. But the playlist that came out today, this evening, right before this video, thank you, Jamie. Songs make me smile, and songs are fun. Plainfield, thank you. The playlist has a variety of songs. Some that, well, several that you haven't heard yet. How's that? But anyway, so I'm not tired. I'm just taking. I'm just like, I'm just so glad we got this working. Okay, so glad got it working. Love the songs. So, what would you like to see for jewelry? I've heard rings and buttons, button jewelry. I told you I've got some purse charm ideas. Is there anything that comes to mind that you would like to make this year? Because it's only, what is this? It's April 1st. I'm quitting. I'm quitting the channel. I'm closing down Avante Jewelry. Yes, I'm done with it. April Fools. I'm sure you saw that coming. Oh gosh, hi Judith, Manchester. Hello, Margaret. Um, 81 live in Maslin. You go, Margaret. You just go. We're all going. My grandma lived to, I don't know, most of them lived into their 80s. And I told Mark that, well, I'm just going to be around for a long time. How's that? Cell phone charms. Well, I don't know. I don't even have a thing on my phone to put a cell phone charm. I don't think. But that one might be one I pass. It's just that it's just not really my thing. But I did ask you, so thank you for sharing that. But just being real. Recycle vintage jewelry, yes. And dainty jewelry, like I did the little square beads or cube beads. I kind of pushed the envelope on the square. I know I did. Holder chains for glasses. I made a couple, just a couple. I made that Halloween one that I had the pumpkins upside down. Didn't see it till after. I mean, the pumpkins were fine when the glasses were here, but you put them on and pumpkins are upside down. So don't use one-sided beads. That's the takeaway on that. That is a takeaway. Purse charms. Beads out of cloth, out in wire and seed beads and doodads. Who doesn't love a doodad? Or, okay, how many of you like charm bracelets? I've made some, and I do have some for sale on eBay with some vintage beads. Beaded lanyards for their IDs. That's a good idea. And yes, make some bling for yourself. Do that. Phone bling. Go on that cruise. Well, we went on a cruise before on our honeymoon, and we haven't been on since. So I already told you we've been married 22 years. So why haven't we gone on another cruise? Why aren't we going on a cruise? Not that you asked me, but I'm going to tell you. First of all, we found out we're not cruise people. We're destination people. We want to go park ourselves and tour around and explore. And excursions were just too short. And yeah, we're destination people. So that's why we want to get a Class B motorhome if we can. Charm bracelets, okay. Made some. And I got really sick after our cruise. I had a 104 fever when I got off the ship. I could barely get off the ship. And yeah, I had a rough summer. So I like the idea in my video. I like the idea on the necklace, but probably not going to go on another cruise. But we do hope to get out and about and do some fun things this year. Mark's working on some things. He's got some physical things he's working on, his balance and stuff like that. Charcoal beads, mirror charms for cars, skeleton keys. No, I haven't used them other than, the charms that look like little skeleton keys. I haven't been on cruise, but pirate festivals. I have been to not a pirate festival, but it was a medieval festival. Went to one of those one time, long time ago. That was before I even made jewelry. It's a long time ago. I was just looking. My posture doesn't look very good. I'm like, look huge in this shirt. But it's comfortable. And it's cool because it got a little bit warm here today. A little warm down here. Renaissance festivals are fun too. Okay, so what else do I want to tell you? Making some changes with the music. Yeah, where I'm putting the music. A friend of mine suggested that I keep the Avante jewelry music on the Avante jewelry channel. And I thought, makes sense. You don't have to go anywhere else for that jewelry. So going forward, all of the Avante jewelry playlists or singles, as I release them, will stay on Avante jewelry. The channel that I set up, Avante Vibes, I'm going to be pulling those videos down. I'm going to be pulling those videos off of Avante Vibes and separating them a little bit. What does that mean? I'm putting the jewelry videos back on Avante Jewelry. Not everyone likes them. Not everyone's going to listen to them. But those of you that do, especially the playlists, I know you enjoy it and you can see the new releases. And then that release will, get included in a playlist at some point. My other channel, Vintage Vickie. I've been making videos on going around town and shopping and buying things to resell, put in our booth, etc. But we're slowing down on, Mark and I are slowing down on that a lot. I told you I'm slowing down on buying on eBay, and I'm slowing down on buying altogether. I mean, I can't focus on the jewelry if I keep buying a lot of stuff to resell. I'll get back to your questions here in just a minute here. So, Vintage Vickie. I still have some more videos to put up, and I might put up some videos for going to garage sales and things like that, even if I don't buy a lot. But I made my first ever video today that I'm so excited about. It has nothing to do with jewelry, but some of you might be interested. Yeah, some of you might like this because a lot of you like the fact that I danced at the end of that video, the colorful cruise necklace that I danced. So some of you are cool with that. You don't mind dancing. Some people don't like dancing. And I often dance to my videos when I'm editing. I told you my desk raises up here and I'll stand up. And when I'm listening back with the headset, I'll be listening to my music and moving around to it and stuff. So I love to dance. I've always danced. And so I made, in the last 2 days, I made my first ever exercise video. Exercise, but not just any exercise video. First of all, let me back up. I've been watching YouTube videos for walking, standing in place videos to music, and I lost 15 pounds Okay. Last year when I was going to have that second surgery, I lost 15 pounds. Didn't have the second surgery, but I still lost 15 pounds. And I love that you dance a lot. Um, so I lost weight by just walking in with a 2x6 exercise mat in my bedroom. That's all I needed. That's all the space I needed. It's just a matter of getting up and moving. So I made my first video for doing just that. And it's on Vintage Vickie. It's Vickie, Vintage Vickie. It is up there. I put it up there this afternoon, and it's all standing up pretty much in place, except I move forward and move backwards when I'm walking. But it's completely different from any exercise video you've ever seen. Thank you for the hearts. It's low impact and it's standing. I did show at the very end some sitting exercises, but well, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I also want to tell you what I did. Oh, terrific idea. Yay, great. Um, the reason I did this too is because most of the YouTube videos that I watch for exercise, I don't like the music they use. I don't like the music. I'm always turning it down, turning it down, turning it down. Sometimes I play my own music on my phone. But I actually was able to create the music for the exercise video, and I take you with me outdoors. Yes, I took you with us. Mark and I went to the Kingsport Greenbelt yesterday. So my video mixes in exercising in the bedroom in my little space that I have. You'll see it's just a regular floor mat for exercise, 2x6. No floor exercise, all standing. But when it came to the walking, I took you with me. We went to the park and I walked in, I think, 15 different places throughout the park. And I walked for a solid minute. And then we go back to my bedroom, my bedroom, go back to the bedroom where I do the standing exercises, arm exercises, and walking in place while I'm doing that. So it's unlike any exercise video you have ever seen and probably will ever see. Because the only people that I've ever seen exercise outside has been people doing yoga or some group exercise. So it's really different. I have my first one up over there. So come on over to Vintage Vickie and check it out. And if you like it, subscribe and ring that bell for notifications and all that good stuff. So yeah, the reason I'm doing this, I told you there's some changes going on in my life, and those changes include taking care of myself. I sit for hours and hours and hours editing. A video can take me 8 hours to edit. That's a lot of sitting. That's why I have a desk that I can stand up once in a while. So my 20-year plan is to keep making jewelry, keep upcycling jewelry, and exercise and get outside, not just exercising in the bedroom, but get outside. So I've got all kinds of ideas on destinations where we can go, and Mark can, watch the camera, take a tripod, and I can film my minute of walking here and then there and then another place. And you get to see the outdoors and where we're going. So what do you think about that? If you like that idea, let me know. If you are a person that likes to exercise or you've been thinking about exercising, this doesn't take anything away from Avante jewelry, not at all. I want to lose more weight and I want to stay healthy. I'm pretty healthy. I rarely get sick, but I need to lose a little more weight and I want to make sure that I'm moving. And plus, when you're making jewelry, sometimes you get stiff, your neck and your shoulders get stiff and everything. If you're like this all day long or you're leaning over your table, I have all kinds of, there's stretches at the end of the video, some of my favorite stretches. And, these kind of exercise videos aren't meant to just watch one time. No, I mean, for myself last year, I have like a half a dozen videos that I've watched probably 100 times over and over and over. So this type of video is for you to, until I can get the next one out, is you could exercise to it, walk to it. Exercise sounds like work, right? You could walk to it daily. It's only a half hour. You could walk to it a few times a week or whatever. So thank you for being in with the exercise videos. Who all is with me? Who all is still on this live? Leave a comment and say hello again. Just hi or thumbs up. Let me know you're still here and if I should keep going. And do any of you have any more questions before I ask Mark to come down? And do you have any questions for Mark? Yeah, I'm going to get a drink of water. Let me know if you're still with me because, we had a late start. Hey, better late than never, right? That's what I've been told anyway. That's what I've heard. Still here. Oh, smiley faces. I love smiley faces. I used to have a singles group. That's how I met Mark. Smile Singles. And the word smile stood for spiritual, motivational, I can't talk, spiritual, motivational, inspirational, loving, and encouraging. That's what SMILE stood for, Smile Singles. Spiritual, motivational, inspirational, loving, and encouraging. Yeah, I love the word smile, and I love smiley faces. Aw, making my points wait for their dinner. Oh gosh, I did Weight Watchers before. And then my mom and I would go out to eat breakfast when we left the morning meeting. She lost weight easily. I didn't lose weight so easily. My weight's gone up and down. Probably since I was in menopause. Postmenopausal, I gained weight, and it's been yo-yo ever since. Take a walk and leave Mark sitting in a rocker on the porch. Yeah, Mark walks the treadmill every day. He does pretty much every day, and he exercises every day. But sometimes he has some aches and pains, and he gets to rest a while. But he did good yesterday. We were a little slower walking back from I walked over 10,000 steps yesterday with making that video. Anyway, getting healthy. If we're not healthy, we're not going to live a long life, right? We got to be healthy. Well, you don't get healthy to be healthy. You've probably heard it. You have to be healthy, eat healthy, exercise. You have to do that first. You just have to do it. I hear him moving around up there. So he's probably wondering. He heard me. He's watching the live. He knows I mentioned him. Are you on your way down here, honey? I think he is. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jamie, that your husband passed. Be nice. Be nice. He just said no. I can't imagine. I mean, I know what it's like to be alone, but I have no idea what it's like to lose someone, your husband. So my heart goes out to you. It really does. A lot of friends have lost their spouses. As we get older, that's happening more and more. I deserve a long marriage. I was divorced and single for 21 years. I learned to be a very strong, independent woman. 21 years. Till Mark came into my life and swept me off my feet. Actually, it was my mom who told me he was a keeper. I wasn't sure. I've been disappointed so many times. But she was right. My mom was right about that. Mark is a keeper. Come on down, hun. Sorry if I'm yelling. How's the sound, by the way? Because I don't have a microphone. I'm just using my phone mic. So here I can hear. It's vertical, so we're going to have to crowd in here. Do you have any questions for Mark? Put your questions up here for Mark. And come on over. You want to get a stool? Do you want to get that stool? We'll squeeze him in here. We do have a stool over there. Listen to your mom. Oh, I was pretty independent. It was, yeah. Yes, I did find my soulmate very late in life. But as we said earlier, oops, I was trying to get the stool. Sorry about the noise. Better late than never. Yeah, Mark and I do really well together. He's struggling getting the stool. I have all kinds of stuff over there behind the table. Shh. You know what? We're best friends. We absolutely are. We do everything together, and we always have, because he retired within a few months after I met him. Can you come around here, hon? Because
Am I on this side or that
no,
side?
come to the other side, because It's too hard to move this stool around. Um, let's see if we can get you in here. Here he is. Here's my sweetie. You sure got your earplug in.
I've been watching and listening from upstairs.
Yeah. So we got all kinds of hellos to you.
And there's a delay between up there and down here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Jordy's saying, nice to see you, Mark. What other interests do you have outside of going to thrift stores, Mark? That's funny.
Hello, everybody.
I'm just going to put my arm around him so we can cuddle up here. You're fine, hon. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Thank you. Hi. So what do you want? What other interests do you have besides going to thrift stores? Because he's an enabler. It's not my fault I go to so many thrift stores.
Well,
What do you like to do?
I actually used to like to fish and hunt and be in the outdoors a lot. Um, I have a bass boat that hasn't been on the water in several years now. So it would be nice to get it back running and get it back out on the water.
That's on the to-do list as soon
That's
as
on
our
the to-do
taxes are
list.
done.
Oh, you don't want to talk about taxes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to definitely get that. We had it out once, but we'll don't go into that story, but we'll get it back out. And we do have our fishing license. We have lifetime fishing licenses, so need to get that done. Any hobbies you do around the house? Hobbies around the house?
Hobbies around the house.
More
Well,
like that's more like work.
is
some
that
chapstick.
kind of like doing the dishes and washing the clothes and sweeping the floors and
Okay.
helping make
I don't do
meals
anything.
and
No.
you're busy keeping all this running.
Well, it is true that Mark keeps the house going, and he always has done the laundry, and I do most of the cooking. But he's become a great sous chef. Yeah, he can make some good bacon for breakfast for sure, and toast. And I do most of the cooking though. Although he made me dinner tonight, some fish and shrimp. And yeah, I mean, I work. You can call it work. I don't really think it's work. I'm busy because I'm still running a business here. It's a business. It's fun. I love it. But that's what keeps me busy. And Mark takes care of whatever he needs to, mows the yard and all that other good stuff. So hobbies around the house.
I saw somebody saying earlier they were interested in possibly moving to Tennessee,
I
and
did
they
see
were
that.
looking at South Carolina and
Come to Tennessee.
if you're coming south from the northern lands, just remember that yard work starts a lot earlier down here.
Yeah, he's already mowed how many times?
I've already mowed 3 times.
Yeah, but you don't
So-
have as much snow.
No,
It's not as hot, I don't think, as probably.
we did have
Carolinas.
a 10-inch snow this year, but it's the winters are a lot nicer, a lot warmer, but mowing season is about 9 months long.
Yeah, but we love it. We love it here. It's home. I feel like it's more home than Ohio was, and I find people a lot more friendly here, more willing to chat. Strangers, they don't look at you weird when you say hi to them or chat with them. Like in Ohio, they look at you like, "Why are you talking to me? Who are you?"
And it's beautiful here.
No, we don't have a garden.
Somebody asked about
Tried that.
how close we were to the Smokies. We can be in Great Smoky Mountain National Park in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we're about an hour from Gatlinburg and Sevierville and Dollywood.
We don't go to tourist destinations like
we
that.
we avoid the
More
the big
nature.
crowds.
We don't have a garden. We did grow some tomatoes a few years ago, but we don't have a level lot. We have what they call a level sloping lot
Yeah.
with a backyard like this.
Yeah, it was funny in the listing the realtor put in it. We have a level sloping lot. That's a little contradictory.
Knoxville. Somebody's family lives in Knoxville. We went to Knoxville one time around Thanksgiving to meet up with my sister who was visiting someone further west than us. And the traffic. Oh, the traffic. Yeah, we kind of avoid Knoxville. Kingsport's small.
Yeah.
We, we have a little bit of traffic if we go out at noontime and we think it's a lot of traffic, but it's nothing compared to Ohio, Canton, Ohio, North Canton, or Knoxville, or big cities, or Columbus, or whatever, Columbus,
Yeah.
Ohio.
Knoxville was just crazy.
Yeah. Any questions for Mark? Anything else you want to know, or for me? Because we've been on here a little while. I'm sure some of you would like to go on and do other things. Yes, you have questions? Well, let us know here real quick. Is there anything else you want to share with anybody?
I was just going to say, I don't always have this lispy whistle in my voice. I've got a temporary tooth in here right now. I had to have one pulled, and I'm in the process of getting an implant. So
yeah, it's quite a process drawn out over several months.
It's going to be a few more months before I get the permanent in. So,
are we ever going to see Mark design with you? We tried. I was videoing Mark making some chainmail, but tell them why they may not see that. So you know, from Mark.
I'm having serious arthritis problems with my hands.
Thank you, Jamie.
And chainmail requires me to use pliers in both of my hands and grip and twist, and it just became too painful. I really enjoy doing it, but it is a slow process. But I think my chainmail days are done.
I can do a little bit of chainmail, but you really need special rings, jump rings. And Mark has made jump rings, but not enough to sell them to you or anything. And I tried to make something for you recently with just the store-bought jump rings, and it looked horrible, absolutely horrible. They're so, the gauge of them, the wire was so thin and pathetic that I'm not showing that to anybody. But I do know how to do some chainmail. But if I show it to you, and then if I haven't found the source on Amazon for you to get the right size rings, then that's kind of hard, to demonstrate something that you have to have very specific rings for. Leather crafts, embossing belts and bags. Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Thank you.
Back when we first discovered chainmail, we were visiting some friends in Canada.
Tell them the story about how you got started.
Yeah, we were visiting friends in Canada, and we went to a street fair in town, and there was a person there that was selling a couple different styles of chainmail.
Oops, your phone is on.
Oops, I better silence that. But I picked it up. I picked a couple pieces of it up, and I looked at it, and I said, I can do that.
And you did.
Well, yeah, I did, but it took a lot of effort, and I had to do a lot of research and some self-training, and I did a lot of YouTube videos, and looked at videos and bought books and learned a lot. There's a good bit of math involved in making chainmail patterns correctly. You've got to calculate the aspect ratios of your rings, and only certain ratios can be used to make certain designs and patterns. And it was a steep learning curve that I thought I got pretty decent at.
And you sold.
Oh, I did.
So much chainmail. And those beaded bracelets, you still have some, and we just don't have them listed. Yeah. But maybe that's something I'll put in the news store.
The problem is, it took so long. She could sit down and knock out beaded
1 week.
Jewelry.
1 week, and I'd be restocked for a show.
In a week, and she's restocked for
all
a show.
day long, every day.
And it took me a month to restock what I made.
He made chainmail watching TV every single night.
Yeah.
all the time
I
making
had a
jewelry.
lap desk and just sat there and chained away.
Someone wants to know what gauge. I'm thinking 18 and
Well,
20
I
gauge
used
wire.
16, 18, and 20,
Listen, I hear
and
you.
few pieces actually I went to 22 gauge, but some of the patterns I was able to do in uh, more than one gauge. Others would only work if I work with the one particular gauge. I did a lot of 18 and 20.
Okay. Yes, saying here they'd like to buy some. So when I think I'll hold off on eBay on that and put them in the news store. I probably need a couple more months to get that store up and running.
I still do have
The
inventory. There's still some that we could
yeah,
release for
yeah, you
sale.
still have inventory. Okay, just a reminder here. I think we've been on here quite a while. It's been fun, but reminds you to check out the music playlist on Avante Jory that I just released, and then go over to Vintage Vickie if you'd like to join us because Mark was there, and he's in the video at the end. He surprised me, but come over to Vintage Vickie and tomorrow, not tonight. I don't. I want you to be able to sleep tonight, and go ahead and see if you want to try the walking in place. The video. It's all low impact. You can do it. Everybody can do it.
Let me just back up 1 second
Okay.
here. I made all of my own jump rings.
Yes,
So
every single one. That's the
I
thing. If I demonstrate it to you, you will not have these jump
I
rings.
wound up investing in a
Thank you, Yvonne.
mechanized
Thank
setup
you. Nice seeing you too.
to make them. But I
Thank.
cranked all the
I'm
wiring
going to
and cut
start
all
saying
the
thank you.
rings. And
Thank you, Judith, and thank you, MLA Creations. Enjoyed your first live. Thank you so much. Good night, Rachel, and love you both, Ingza and Tina. It was nice to see Mark and
it's nice to
Jorangel.
see
Thank
you
you
too.
both. Wow, Mark, that's awesome. He's awesome. And Yvonne,
Sometime.
thank you so much. I
She's
appreciate it.
awesomer.
What do you want? What do you want? He's up to
We'll
something.
talk about that later.
Hey, keep it clean. Thank you, Yvonne. Patricia, thank you so much. Jamie, Anita Billion, thank you. So fun to see you both here live. I'm so glad you came down and joined me. Namaste, great video. I hope I'm saying the names right. Scenario, we always like your name. I do the exercise videos. Yay. Thank
Sweaty
you.
Sneezy. I like
I'd
that
like
one.
thank you. Good night to you both, Bobby. Enjoying it. Looking forward to more. Thank you, Bobby. Sorry I'm not looking at you here, but good night to both of you, Yvonne, Jordy, Terry Williams. Loved the live. Mark's appearance. I loved his appearance too. He wasn't going to at first. I'm like, oh, come on, come down and join us.
Oh.
And thank you for coming to the live show. Thumbs up. Give him a thumbs up. Where's the thumbs up thingy here? Thumbs up to you. Here, hon, hold that thumbs up. And Tina, thank you for the live. Thank you, Tina, for joining us. And Ingza, I hope I'm saying that right. Ingza, good night. Thank you. I'm seeing still got 49 watching here. So thank you. Thank you, Jordy. And I want to hear your voices so bad.
I think it's Jordan.
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 Thank you. Thank you. You know what?
Jordan Groman.
Who knows? Maybe someday we'll have a meetup somewhere. I don't know where. I mean, everybody's all over the place. Wendy, thank you. Breathe for now. Yes, I was talking so fast. I've calmed down a little bit. Plainfield couple, Angie, good night to you both. Thank you. And oh my gosh, this was wonderful. Should we do this again? Most of you are signed off by now. Should we do this again? Discord can leave
Since there's
voice
still
messages.
51 watching.
Voice messages on Discord back and forth. That's interesting. I do have a phone number. I haven't used it so much. Oh, by the way, if you're still here, I received another package in the mail from you know who. I did. Got it the other day. So I've got a haul coming up for you. Jamie Lowry in Plainfield, and just love it, love it, love it. Yes, 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 yes. Yay!
Yeah. Nancy.
Yay! I think somebody asked me before. They wanted to hear the woohoo. Woohoo! When we make a sale in this house, I'm downstairs, Mark's upstairs. We do it. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! I heard my arm crack. Oh, Margaret, thank you for joining us. Terry, Carla. Oh, I don't know why it wouldn't work the first time. Mark saw me. I kept hitting live, and I was recording live, but it wasn't
just
live.
Didn't want to
And then
happen.
my phone was spinning. even though, you know, it's all charged up and everything.
And just like minutes after she said, let's come
There's
back
the
at 8
woohoos. We
o'clock.
got the woohoos
Yeah.
coming back to us.
Let's come back and do it at 8 o'clock. Just a
Yeah.
minute or two after that, it came up.
Some people want to know more about selling jewelry. I said that would not be something I would do a video on, but we could do a live on it together. Talk about, you know, pros and cons of selling and our setup and things like that. So yes, we should do this again. Tina, thank you. Forgot to tell you that my daughter says you have a very calming voice. Honey, do I have a calming voice? Do I have a soft, calming voice?
That all depends.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Unless we're yelling across the house. Yeah. Because Mark's office is at one end of the house, mine is at the other, and most of the time I'm downstairs here in the eBay room, the family room. Thank you, Terry. I did my best. I appreciate it. Keep the lives coming. I wish I could do horizontal, though. I don't really like the vertical, but I thought if I did it horizontal, I could actually see the feed. That was my plan, but I'll work on that. All right. Thank you. Now, what do I do to sign off? If I want to sign off, what do I do? Do I just hit the X button?
Bye.
Bye. See ya in the next video, which I don't know if I'm getting one out this week. I'll see. Might be this weekend again. Bye.
So how do you shut this off?
I don't know.
You just figured out how to get it started.
I see an X up there, and I guess it will save it, and I can go, you know, share it with everybody. Bye. I guess I'm waiting for everybody else to sign off because I don't want to leave anybody out. All right. I don't know. I don't know. I know some people would just put their hand over it.
Do you want to try
hit the power button?
Pushing the X?
I don't know. Are you wanting to stop the stream? See you guys. Bye.